Preview: Gervonta Davis will test what Ryan Garcia is truly made of in highly anticipated fight. When American Ryan Garcia began attracting mainstream media attention, many fans thought he was just an overrated and overprotected spoiled boy with attitude issues and boxing flaws who benefited from fighting in divisions in which he was much bigger than his opponents. For this reason, years later, and a few days before the biggest fight of his career, it is time to wonder to what extent Garcia has denied or confirmed these accusations with his actions. Although Ryan Garcia is taller than middleweight Erislandy Lara, he started at super featherweight, a division in which he was way bigger than his opponents, but he still couldn't knock out Jason Velez. Later, Garcia moved up to lightweight, where he could only beat Carlos Morales with difficulty and some controversy. After this result he achieved some quick wins that allowed him to regain momentum until Luke Campbell, on the verge of retirement, knocked him down. It's fair to say that Garcia showed grit getting up and winning, but since then he's only scored an unconvincing decision win against Emmanuel Tago and a knockout over a much smaller boxer with discipline and weight issues as Javier Fortuna. On the other hand, outside of the ring Garcia has wasted countless hours that should have been invested in training hard, uploading videos and photos and paying far more attention to social media than analyzing his opponents, making some worryingly incoherent statements about them. Added to all this are Canelo's reproaches assuring that Garcia did not take boxing seriously, the reports of Garcia leaving the gym crying, and his persistent use of the fashionable excuse among many athletes to try to silence the criticism against them for their lack of professionalism and strength of character, resorting to alleged mental health issues. After this review of his career, what has Garcia really done to show that he is as great a boxer as he is said to be? The fact is that King Ree has publicly rejected a mandatory opportunity to fight in a world title bout. He was Haney's mandatory challenger before doing so, and he has not faced a single elite boxer. Actually, he has never even faced a top-level opponent in his prime or a medium-high level boxer with dimensions bigger than his. That is why this Saturday at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, United States, Garcia will face a true trial by fire at the highest level against his compatriot Gervonta Davis, who once for all will test what the Californian is truly made of. Regarding Davis, certainly his conduct outside the ring, lacking in respect for others and for the law, makes him both a bad representative for boxing and even a danger to society. However, and although it is true that Tank does not have a record crowded with elite boxers either and that for a time he had an astonishing lack of professionalism with his weight, the fact is that in the ring he has given much greater samples of his level and boxing virtues. Apart from having fought in half a dozen world championships, and as several more for regular titles, either destroying an undefeated Jose Pedraza who has not been stopped again, even though he is now a super lightweight, brutally knocking out Leo Santa Cruz, breaking down a much bigger Mario Barrios or making quit the unbeaten Hector Luis Garcia, Davis has demonstrated his skills far more clearly than Ryan Garcia. That said, the above mention does not mean that Ryan Garcia's chances of success are zero. Davis is near his ceiling division, while in the future Garcia will be a welterweight, at the very least. Also, Tank in recent years has taken the first halves of his fights very calmly. His last 6 bouts did not end before the 6th round, analyzing his opponents while losing rounds and being hit. So, facing a boxer with more aggressiveness than intelligence, with explosiveness and hand speed, and with larger dimensions, Davis could suffer a scare if he doesn't use his footwork without errors, if he is overconfident at mid-range or if he boxes at a too low pace, as happened against Isaac Cruz. Still, Tank undoubtedly has the punch, counterpunching prowess, and tactical instinct to win this matchup, and he should be seen as the favorite. In this sense, either countering Ryan Garcia with a decisive shot, switching gears halfway through and punishing with astuteness or putting pressure and trying to destroy him at short range, Davis seems clearly in position to win this clash if he does not allow himself to be steamrolled, and even more so if his opponent tries to fight in a calmed and tactical way. Finally, it must be taken into account that this fight will strengthen the winner as one of the biggest current stars of world boxing, and is one of the greatest generators of money and attention, laying the foundations for even more important fights among a generation of boxers with much more media impact than maturity and responsibility. In the United States, the Davis-Garcia fight and its main support, which will be discussed in another preview, will be broadcast by PPV, $85, from 2000 hours p.m. Eastern Time 1700 hours p.m. Pacific Time, 1 a.m. in the United Kingdom. Thanks for watching. More info, news and videos at our website.